Hello, 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 hello. How is everyone doing right now? I want you guys to see what is going on in my corner of the world. Can you guys see? I'm gonna try and put you closer. It is stormy, y'all. I hope you can see it. If you can't see it, I hope you can hear it. I'm trying to get you focused to outside. Y'all, it is raining, cats and dogs. We're under a thunderstorm watch right now. And I mean, it is coming down. I know you can hear it if you can't see it. Generally, I don't come on this late at night, but I'm not sleepy. It's thundering. It's just doing its thing. Hey, Melanini, how are you doing? Hey, Daniel Berry Sports, how are you doing? I can't see, but you can hear it. It's dark outside, Desandra. That's why you probably can't see. I'm looking out the window, and it is dark. It is after 10 p.m. here. I thought maybe you could see the water flowing out there. I do have my porch light on. Thought you could see some light across the street. But it is doing its thing out there. I mean, it is coming down. It's raining there too. Okay. Yeah, I can see the house across the street that's kind of lighted up. That's just because I know that's what it is over there. Y'all, it's a rough night. It's 65 degrees. I knew it was going to storm because today it was 75 degrees. It got up to 75, 76 degrees. It was very warm, and I knew it was going to storm because they had been saying that it would. This temperature has changed tremendously. It went from the teens all the way up to the 60s, to the 50s, 60s, on up to 75, 76 today. So I knew they had been saying that we would get bad weather. In fact, they said we would get rain early this morning, like 1 a.m., but we didn't get the rain at 1 a.m. We did get some rain during the day, but not at 1 a.m. It was a little later on in the morning, but it is coming down now. It really is. Oh, it got up to 52. Okay. Hey, Tamika, Crafty Leo. What is the weather like in y'all area? You might not can see. I have the camera facing outside. It's dark. It's after 10 here. I know it's probably after 11 in some places, Eastern time, but I'm on Central Standard. You can see the lights in the distance. That's the house across the street. You probably can hear the rain. It's coming down, y'all. We are under a storm watch right now. And I knew it was just too hot in January. 75 degrees today. It was a little windy. I did a video which will drop sometime tomorrow, and you'll see how the skies were looking um, earlier. And you'll see some of the skies from tomorrow as well. But it's wet. Though it got up to 75, I could still feel a little breeze this morning. So I didn't try to walk because I knew the rain was coming. Hi, Educated Natural. Thank you for coming. Hello, Matthew, Crafty Leo. Welcome in everybody. Tamika, Melanini, Daniel Berry Sports. Thank you all for being here. I just hopped on suddenly because I was not sleepy. And it's like raining, stormy. It's kind of slacking a little now, but it's been going all in. So I'm not going to stay here long. I can see cars passing by, but it's this weather is really, really something. We don't know from one day to the next. Just think last week we had temperatures of 14 degrees Fahrenheit. It was very cold. It was so cold that it just didn't seem like we had much heat on in the house. And I know it wasn't that because the system is fairly new and it gets extremely hot, but I had to turn it up. And this is how people are getting sick because you have weather one way today, it goes up later on in the day, and people are having colds, running noses, and stuff because of the change of weather. So we need the rain to clear the air, obviously, but I can deal with the rain, but not the storm. I don't like storms. So I just decided that, oh, it's 66. It's about 65 here right now. No rain yet, but it's supposed to rain tomorrow, okay? Yeah. We're supposed to get, yes, Miss Anita said, oh, she's sick. I'm sorry to hear. Well, this weather doesn't help at all. It's just um, really something. And I have a long-term um, colleague. Both of us are retired. And I have been talking back and forth with her all last year. She had a sick young grandchild, and the baby has been going through a lot. I think he's about 5 or 6. He's been going through so much. So he's been out to Washington, to hospitals, children hospitals, and whatever, whatever. And he took a turn for the worst, and he didn't make it. But one thing I can say is, so I got a message the other day, and she had already let me know that he was on hospice. So I'm praying for that family, and that service for that baby will be this Friday. And I'm praying that the weather won't be bad um, for that service. Hey, Sleazy, Peaches and Queen, how are you doing? Happy to see all of you. Yes, condolences. And you know, it's educated natural. It is so heartbreaking when it's a child, just a baby, and he has a little brother that's a little bit older. So the family is really going through right now. So I'm just trying to keep them lifted up in prayer, and I'm praying for better weather tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday, Friday, because that is when his service will be. So I'm telling you, a lot of people are going through a lot of things, and though I have had death in my family recently, but I'm going to try and make that service just because I have been in touch with her the whole year of 2023, praying with her, talking to her, and sharing with her. And I just feel the need to go to support she and her family. She's the grandmother of the child, and truth be told, I remember when she had her daughter, which is this baby's mother. She remembers when I had my children. We worked together just that long and that many years ago. So um, I'm just keeping them in prayer. And it's a lot. It's very heartbreaking. But the baby was suffering so until, like I said to her, well, not to her, but to another former colleague, the baby does not have to suffer any longer because he was going through so much. It was a lot on his little body. So the only thing we can do is just keep that family uplifted in prayer. Yes, we appreciate all effectual, fervent prayers. Yes, yes, indeed. Yes. So I haven't spoken to her, but I did get a text concerning this. But I will be in touch with her later. But I won't try and contact her. However, I will see her Friday. But I won't be going to the cemetery. I'll just be going to the home, going service. But we all go through things. We go through things. A lot of times we go through things in silence. We don't always talk about what we're going through. I know I don't. A lot of us go through things, and that's why when I don't see people a lot on the social media sites, I don't think hard of anybody because I know people cannot be everywhere, every day, all the time with everybody's site, on everybody's sites. But we don't know what people are battling. We all are struggling with something in life. It may be sickness, it may be death. I have had family members close to me hospitalized during the holidays. I have had um, family members to pass on quite recently. So it's just been a lot, trying to talk with family, trying to be support for family and what have you. So, it's a lot that people are dealing with. I have some family members that are in therapy right now, grief, loss, and this is the way they're dealing with it. So, they're doing what they have to do. Some people need a little more tangible. I know we love God, we trust Him, and all of that. I believe in that first. But sometimes some people need something or someone that they can touch, that they can see, that they can converse with in person, one on one. So, we do what we have to do. Don't want them to go, but you don't. Right, you hate to see your folks go, but if they're suffering, even 2 or 3 weeks of suffering is suffering. It's a lot to have to go to the hospital and look at people in pain or sedated. They don't know you're there, and just watch them deteriorate. It's a lot. It is a lot. And I know I am a strong person by the grace of God, His strength, not mine. But things do get to me as well. So I was not sleeping. I was just doing some things in the house. My grandson is here with me tonight, and two of my grandsons are here with me a lot, like weekends or at night. So I was not sleeping, and when all the rain and the storm came, I just said, let me hop on here and show the people what's going on in my corner of the world. Hi, Information Man Show. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. I owe you a visit. I owe so many people visits, but I've been just going through a lot, been dealing with a lot, dealing with family matters and sicknesses and deaths and all of this. So, it's what's been going on with a lot of people. A lot of things are going on. So we just can't always get around. And I took a week off of YouTube probably a couple of weeks ago. I had so much going on in my life, in my personal life. And you have to face these obstacles, these struggles head on. You have to deal with them. So, hi Mike, how are you doing? And also, while we're talking about death, I know all of you know by now about Dexter Scott King, Dr. King's son, passing on. So, our condolences, our prayers, and thoughts are with the King family because that family is going through a lot. They have gone through a lot. So we just keep them uplifted and in prayer as well. And everybody, every bereaved family, every family that's going through some type of sickness or whatever, we just keep people uplifted in prayer. Yeah, it is sad. And I think he was 62, Information Man, which is not very old. When you look at people are living to be 100 and above, um, that's not old at all. My mother had a birthday today. She's in her 90s. So, yes, when you look at people living um, lengthy lives like that, 62 is not very old at all. When I was young, I used to think 62 was so old, 52 was so old, but it's really not when you look at the longevity of many people these days. It's not too old at all. Hey Frank, how are you doing? We're getting a lot of rain and storm down here in the south. Weather is high and low. So, yeah, we're just dealing with it. We don't know how to dress from one day to another. One day it's very cold. You need hats and mittens and gloves and coats and all of that. And then another day it's it's very hot like today, 75 degrees today. Yeah. So I thank you all for coming in, hopping on. I didn't come on to stay long. I know it's late. Well, on the West Coast, it's not as late. It's probably about 8:45 there, whereas it's 10:45 here. I'm on Central Time and 11:45 in some other areas. Hi, the Bud Files. Thank you so much for coming in. You have been busy, Crafty Leo. I know we all have been doing one thing or another. I know I have. 11:45 Eastern, yes, and it's 10:45 or 10:46 here now. Yeah, so I was talking to my sister who lives in California, and she was telling me about what was going on in San Diego. I don't have any family in San Diego, but I have family all over California. So it's just a lot going on in the world. A lot going on with people, just a lot going on in the world. Yes, it is. So I hope I have spoken to everyone and welcomed everyone in. I believe I have Sleazy, if you're still here. I know you're on the West Coast. Information Man Show is also on the West Coast, and I hope you guys are safe out there. I don't know if you're in the area of San Diego, but I hope you all are safe wherever you are. And my prayers to the people out there that are going through what they're going through, and all of the people everywhere with the storms and everything that's happening. I pray safety over all of you and all of us. It looks like it is slacking now, but it can start all over again at some point. Sometimes that's what it does. But guys, thank you so much for those of you that hopped on as I hopped on. But I'm going to see if maybe I can get some sleep right now. But I'm really not sleepy. I guess because I've been in the house today. I haven't been anywhere. I've been relaxing all day, along with doing some house chores, which was nothing too hard. So, yes, I am going to close these blinds and call it a night, I guess. So, y'all be safe wherever you are. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I will see you and talk to you on the next one, and see you around the YT streets. Blessings to all of you.